What's up guys, my name is Chris, this is Sharp AF, and today I'm super excited to check out an awesome new knife from Jack Wolf Knives that drops on Friday, April 14th. This is the Big Bro Jack. Take a look at that. The Big Bro Jack is a scaled up version of the Little Bro Jack, a sleeve board pattern slip joint with a sexy S90V clip point blade. Very nice grind lines on there, excellent walk and talk as well. And I've got a lot to say about the Big Bro Jack, including some important Jack Wolf knife news, so stay tuned for that. This version has the Gecko Camo carbon fiber inlay, and it looks freaking fantastic. It has some blue and some yellow and some green in there. Really cool looking. Another version on this drop that's getting a lot of buzz is the Nebula Fat Carbon. Very nice with the red, white, and the blue. Very bold and patriotic, I might add. There's also the Fat Carbon Dark Matter Copper, and I always really enjoy the depth of the Dark Matter versions. Camo Carbon Sunset Orange, there's a few cool looking shades of orange in there. And Black Canvas Micarta. And if you have been wanting a micarta Jack Wolf knife and just haven't pulled the trigger yet, this is actually going to be your last chance for a micarta version for the foreseeable future. Ben announced that the micarta versions are going to be discontinued due to the popularity of the carbon fiber versions. It sounds like the carbon fiber versions typically outsell the micarta by a decent amount, and I get it. Myself, I'm typically drawn to the carbon fiber versions because they are so bright and vibrant and exciting and add to the uniqueness of your collection. But that being said, I am really going to miss the micarta as well. So don't miss your chance on the Big Bro drop. Snag yourself a black micarta variant. And on a positive note, Ben mentioned that this will also free him up to experiment with some other handle materials. And that's something he's done a fantastic job with so far. So why don't you let Ben know in the comments what are some different handle materials or inlay materials that you would like to see on a Jack Wolf. Here's what the packaging looks like this month. As always, ample swag is provided. There's kind of a brotherhood or a family theme going on, and I really like that. I've got 4 Big Bros myself. Very nice artwork on the tin by Sean Tiffany, as usual, with a sticker and a collectible pog, as well as a very nice sized cleaning cloth. Digging that a lot. And then a nice leather slip as well that, as you can see, the knife fits in there nicely. So this slip joint pattern is called a sleeve board, which I guess is like an ironing board type of thing. I could be wrong. But basically what that means is it's going to be narrower at the top than it is down here at the bottom. And I think this rounded bottom bolster is part of that pattern as well. I really like how that is rounded off at the bottom. Fits into your palm nicely and isn't digging into you, maybe like a sharper corner might right there. So pretty comfortable, no hot spots that are noticeable. I also like the added width towards the base, just fills your palm a little bit better, gives you a little bit more to grab onto. I can get 4 fingers on there, no problem. If you're unfamiliar with the Jack Wolf, we'll talk a little bit about the construction. Very seamless construction, very nice fit and finish. And the way that these are manufactured is extremely precise. If you've ever taken one apart, you'll notice that each individual piece has a serial number, and these are mated. Sounds a little too sexual, but these parts are mated for life. So it's not like these are all just coming off of an assembly line and just haphazardly put together. These are like machined together. So you end up with very nice finish work and very skilled craftsmanship. The handle is B-Blast titanium, and it's an integral style construction where this liner and the top and bottom bolsters are one solid slab of titanium on either side. And then you've got the micarta or carbon fiber inlays. The hardware is also titanium, which makes it kind of fun for customizing. You could do some fun anodizing on the hardware and on the handle if you wanted to. The inlay screws are T8, and the pivot screw is actually T10. The blade steel is S90V. Originally, the Jack Wolf knives were an M390, which is also a very premium steel, and recently Ben switched over to S90V, which is a wonderful pairing for this style of knife, where it's a slip joint with a hollow grind that's primarily going to be for slicing, with a Rockwell hardness of 61. The centering is good, right down the middle. The pull weights on the Big Bro, I would say right there is about a 6, 6.5. And right there is about a 7 or a 7.5. Let's try that again. Yeah, I'd say about a 6 and a 7 for sure. And a very nice walk and talk. Nice and jumpy. Man, take a look at those grind lines. Very, very nice. And as usual, there's a nice sharpening choil. The blade length is about 3 inches with a cutting edge closer to 2.6. Overall length, under 7. And the handle length is just under 4 inches. And it weighs 2.5 ounces is what I'm showing. Specs say 2.6 or 70 grams. For comparison, the javelina jack was 2.3 ounces and the Benny's clip is 2.9. All right, and let's test out that factory edge. As expected, very sharp and slicey. This paper's a little bit stiffer. I think you get the point. All right, I want to show you some comparisons with some of the other Jackwolf clip points. There are some similarities and there's also some differences, and I think this one turned out really cool. So one of the differences compared to, for example, the Benny's clip, this is like a full hollow or a high hollow, whatever you want to call that, where that hollow grind goes all the way up to the top, which makes for some very nice slicing. I also really like the swedges on Ben's clip points. I think they look really cool. On the Big Bro Jack, it starts a little bit later. Oh, and I should say, I don't actually have a Little Bro Jack to compare it to. I wasn't part of the Jackwolf gang back then, so I missed out on the Little Bro Jack. So compared to all these ones that I have, though, the swedge in the clip starts a little bit later on. And so you've got the full stock thickness all the way up to here, and then it really thins out a good deal towards the tip there. Very thin behind the edge, and this is just going to be one hell of a slicer. Especially paired with the S90V blade steel, it's going to hold an edge really, really well. And this will just slice and slice and slice for days. I really, really like the profile of this particular clip point. I've always been a fan of the Benny's clip. That's one of my favorites. But I think this one is going to take the cake for me. But the other thing I like about this blade shape is in the closed position, how much blade is exposed just adds to the pinchability for opening the knife. Compare that to the javelina, and that's not to say that it's difficult to open these other ones. They've all got a nail nick there if you need it, but even with this amount, you can still pinch onto it just fine. I'm just saying it does make it a little bit easier when you've got a little bit more sticking out. In terms of the length, it's kind of right in between the Benny's clip and the javelina. You can kind of see the way they progress there. There you go, guys. That is the new Big Bro Jack from Jackwolf Knives. Very recommendable, very nice quality, premium fit and finish, excellent build quality and excellent materials, and some very good looking inlay materials as well. Very sexy clip point with excellent walk and talk, nice pinchability, good pull weights, all around an amazing slip joint. But let me know what you guys think about the new Big Bro Jack in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. That's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching.